Yo, we back, we back. Appreciate you for being with me. That's love, yo. That's nothing but love. I appreciate that. But my phone it keeps falling, it keeps falling down. So the YouTube live crew, the YouTube channel, if you're watching, I apologize, man. I apologize. I should have picked a better location. I just thought it was I thought it was real cool right here. Even though it's windy, kind of cool. You know, I dug the spot, so I'm here. Just work with me. You know what I'm saying? Just work with me. Um, a lot of you not watching anyway, so I ain't even tripping. A lot of you not even tripping with me. But anyway, yeah. Matter of fact, while I'm speaking on this YouTube and Facebook and Meta and all of this stuff right here, and all my followers and all the people that's not following, check this story right here. Do you know that scientists, researchers, all of these people, they've come together and actually they're trying to train the algorithms or their coding or whatever you want to call it, but they're actually trying to train social media how to spot um, depressed people. Did you know that? They're trying to train you. Well, they're trying to train social media how to spot mental health patients. Did you know that? Drug addicts. By your posts, by your tweets, by these things, they're trying to train the algorithms or whatever the case into how to spot a person that has something going on with them, has an issue behind your tweets. So guess what? If that happens, which it probably will, because none of you fight for too much anything these days, and it's because a lot of us get onto things late. But if it happens, they're gonna start shooting your people up with more and more of these drugs they concoct. You know what I'm saying? Shit that they concocted in these labs. They're gonna shoot your kids up with more and more of this stuff. I'm just saying. True story. You don't believe it? Google that shit. Google it right now. Google that shit. I'm telling you some real stuff. I'm not a big on posting shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the only reason I'm I'm up here today is because I want to reach. Because some of us, when we go through that prison thing, and when we become abandoned by our families, or we feel abandoned, you know, well, just to say this, just throw it out there. They have a lot of ways, man, to push your family away from you while you are in there. They try to, you know, because they don't want you telling them what's going on in there, or they want you to they want to make your family think that, oh, he's just stressed out, or he just ain't getting his way in here, and so they'll be like, all right, well, we're just gonna let him pout and all this, but really they have means and they have ways of pushing your family away from you. So a lot of us do become abandoned behind those walls. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to touch your hearts. If you out there and you're going through things, even if you've never been, and you trying your hardest to avoid them behind, that iron curtain. If you're trying your hardest to avoid these institutions, I take my hat off to you. Yeah, I appreciate you, but don't feel like you're alone out there. Y'all don't feel like nobody rocking with you, because your man Lord is here. You dig? Reach out. My number's all over social media. I do this. You know what I'm saying? Do this. Reach out. I don't ask. I don't want all that ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying? We not into all that. We not into all of that. No. We don't do all that. If you're really sincere about investing in yourself, if you're tired of going through what you've been going through, reach out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you should check that out. Google that shit, man. It's real. They're trying to. I'm a post, man. I'm a tweet. All right, better open your eyes out there, Pete. You know what I'm saying? Because we got some real live snipers and vultures, man, in public office. Vultures, man. Coon, possums. You know what I'm saying? Right there in office, man. Yeah. So my thing is, if parents are allowing them to label their kids as depressed nowadays, these drugs, they've experimented with these drugs for so long. Do you remember Howl Dog and what was it, Thorazine shit, that whole shit locked you up. Yeah. Hey, listen, you got to take the other one to get unlocked up. Man, they've been experimenting with some shit now. So if you let your kids go through this, and you know what, let me just say this right here. Let me just say this. I'm gonna throw this out here because a lot of you guys remember those ADHD drugs, y'all, whatever the fuck the name was. Y'all remember that shit in the 90s? They was coming out with this shit, and they were like, "Yo, let's give you this little check right here. You experiment on your kids." And a lot of y'all mothers was doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? This is another example. This is another example of what I mean when I say you're selling your fucking children out. You know what I'm saying? This type of shit right here. Do you know that those kids grew up to actually crave drugs? Do you know that? Well, they don't really crave drugs, but it calms them, and it mellows them out. So they crave drugs because they don't want to be agitated, and you know what I mean? Because they were telling you that your child had this disorder that made him just, but actually they use that as a way to actually do that to them. So now they're just, you know what I mean? They're very impulsive. They're very spontaneous. I just do all kinds of crazy shit because they can't control themselves. And so drugs kind of mellow them out. But, so all that shit that you let the federal, then state, the governments, federal, then state, all that shit you let them do to your children, man. All that shit you let them pump into your kids, it fucked them up for life. It has detrimental effects on them, and it fucked them up for life. But that's another reason why I always say the things I say, because they're fucking true. I've been calling people out. They're fucking true. I mean, I'm not trying to be harsh. I ain't about that life. I ain't in all that, I shoot you with these choppers and all that goddamn, whatever. I ain't in all that dumb ass shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I was out there, I was thugging. I was out there thugging. I was out there homeless. I was out there and did all that shit. Been in the jank, you know what I'm saying? I've been through all these steps and stages. Kicked out the house, did it. Nowhere to sleep, sleeping in cars, did it. Abandoned buildings, did it. Fucking bad bitch, did it. None of that shit impressed me no more because, like Mike said, you know what I'm saying? He said I wasn't happy when I had, now I'm happy because I don't have no money. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? God give me manna every day, man. Every day. I don't even know how I can fix my mind to get frustrated and be upset, because God give me my blessings every day. He give me manna from the heavens every day, man. But I ain't got that bread. I don't even want it. You dig? I'm gonna get it because I got things to do. But the truth of the matter is, God give me my blessings He give me my food every day. So do any of you out there listening to me right now, any of you do you thank Him for producing for you every day? Give you your sustenance, even if it might be a time or two when that stomach, and you should allow it, because that'll help you rid yourself of all these damn diseases they done came up with, they shoot us up with, and they giving us through these foods. A hungry body can heal itself if you allow it to. I don't say starve yourself. I'm not saying starve yourself, but you know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, back to what I was trying to say earlier, you know what I'm saying? I say these things because they're true, you know what I'm saying? You sold your kids out, and for a small ass little check, some of us just so we can ride around in that little Honda Accord, that little Honda Civic or whatever, or some of you got a Lex. You put that money with your job money. You got your little Lex, you got your little BM, and and I'm not hating. I don't give a fuck what I don't give. You got 12 Porsches in your yard, man. That shit ain't affected me nowhere. Ain't affected none of my people, the people I work with. It ain't affecting nobody but you. I mean, I'm happy for you. I love that. But some of us sold out our kids, man. And I was one of the kids that was sold out. I can say that because I have a black mother. You dig? I have a black mother. So through all of these decades, Yeah, I was right there. I was going through it. Yeah, I was right there. Yeah. So I know. I can tell you from experience. I can tell you from things I've read. I can tell you from the people that I was around, the kids I grew up with, that I used to hang with, I used to get them, break into shit with. Yeah, from many different, from every step of the game, I can tell you. Yeah. And I like this new saying they got, where they like, oh, what these broke niggas got shit to say. I like that because like I said last week, the Lord God come down here. He's gonna separate the sheep from the goat. You know what I'm saying? But what we gotta do is we gotta stop. We're so quick to separate ourselves because I got this little. I don't give a fuck about this car. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I need it. I don't give a fuck about this money. Yeah, I need the money. Yeah, I need it. I don't give a fuck. That shit it's not my gods, though. That's the whole point of what I'm trying to say. It's not. These are false idols, man. It shouldn't be your God. You dig? It should not be. But some of us make it our gods, and we live life accordingly. I ain't here to save you. But I'm throwing breadcrumbs down for somebody that's hungry. What did Pac say? It might not be me to change the world, but I guarantee you somebody that's listening, somebody that's coming and picking this shit up is gonna, you know what I'm saying? And he actually did change the world, but I just hate at the end he allowed emotions and feelings to goddamn dictate his higher judgment. So he changed up at the end. And we lost a great martyr. We lost a great motherfucker. We lost a great prophet. Lord God said he would not send no more prophets, but I feel like Pac was a prophet. Maybe he wasn't in God's eyes. In God's eyes, all of us are servants. But to a lot of us, he was a prophet. He spoke some things, and he helped set up some things that's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? But at the end, he changed up on us. So after that, for 10, 20 years after that, a lot of people now ain't spitting that same shit no more. They changed up. Now these younger niggas out here, they really spitting that shit because they live in a hard body. You dig what I'm saying? But a lot of them niggas that was spitting it, they changed the fuck up. Hold up. This was happening? I don't want this shit to happen to me. I wasn't signing up for that type shit, my dude. Let me back the fuck up. Yeah. Yeah. And them is the same niggas that'll be like, oh, well, you got saved because you went. No, I ain't get saved. I went to prison, my dude. I didn't get saved, man. I did not get saved. And to be honest, just like we'll go to the Black Panther movie, man. Just at the end, man, when Warmonger was about to die, T'Challa was like, nah, I can save you. Nigga, I'd rather die like my ancestors who knew that, bondage was like, nah, death is better than bondage. I ain't gonna never tell y'all. I lived that shit. And I seen motherfuckers in there. And I had mental breakdowns, but I seen motherfuckers in there having the mental breakdowns. And I seen motherfuckers having to get on medication because they couldn't take it no more. They couldn't cope. I seen motherfuckers doing whatever because it was no longer a light on right there. It just went dark. I lived that shit. And it's not good. It's not fun. I don't give a fuck who you are, what you say about. Nah, that shit's not good. That shit's not fun. I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody. And if you do, you're a goddamn clown, you're heard. You know what I'm saying? Just that simple. Some motherfuckers can't make it out of there. And when I say that, yeah, physically, but I mean some people get out and still ain't out of there. They not out of there. They out here walking around with us, but they not out of there. That shit, it wiped them out. Cleaned them right the fuck out. And they come home and live right up in here with the family, and they're gonna fuck this family up, man, because. But that goes back, to a lot of different other shit. We ain't gonna get into that shit. We ain't gonna get into that shit. But we're gonna jump back into my little content for the day, because I know we all got shit to do. You know what I'm saying? And I know I get long-winded sometimes because I'm very passionate about some things. Just so you know, The Lord God put it on my heart to be here. You know what I'm saying? So I do this every week. Not because I'm getting a whole lot of money out of this shit. YouTube ain't paying me shit. Instagram ain't paying me shit. Facebook, Meta, whoever, they ain't nobody paying me a motherfucking thing. And I'm doing this because the Lord God put me here, because there's some people out there that need to not be saved, but to be reached. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. I'm not trying to save no, I'm not in a position to save nobody, but I can reach a motherfucker though. If you're out there struggling, or if you're out there about to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's all I need, and I'm ready to just snap. No, don't snap out. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers been talking about getting pushed off the edge since Curtis Blow, man. And don't let them push you, dog. Sometimes you just gotta push back. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, my favorite motherfucker Lil Wayne shit. Listen to this, man. Check that shit out. Wayne and Diddy and Mary J. Check that shit out. Wayne murdered that guy. Wayne murdered that shit. That was my favorite. I'm gonna say in the top 10. But that's definitely one of my favorite motherfucking Wayne tracks right there. Hit that up, man. That motherfucking Diddy Dirty Money. Mary J. Lil Wayne on there. Somebody to Love. Check Wayne out on there, you know what I'm saying? Everybody pushing, but I don't fall back. Everybody looking but blind to the fact. That nigga went crazy on that shit. Check that out. But anyway, we stepping on forward, putting our best foot forward. You know what I'm saying? Like I be saying, I'm on that 2027, right? But I said I was gonna back it up to March 22, so we can get them, you know. And that's why you know, America, they've been fearing these Latinos coming over here, because they see that damn unity, that cohesive bond they got, like fucking Gorilla Glue. You know what I'm saying? They pulling each other up. They're amazing, man. They doing that shit. They doing that shit. They doing the damn thing. They doing what the fuck we should be doing, because we are the teachers of the world. How can somebody else teach us something we already know? Can you answer me that? Can you riddle me that? You know, like the riddlers say, can you riddle me that? How the fuck can somebody teach us something we already supposed to know? For real? We gotta start using this shit. This shit is like the old heads used to tell me. This shit, hey, you gotta use it for more than just a hat rack, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. But you know, we're gonna push it on. I've been got there going. Playing with the notes, right? Just ad-libbing, freestyling, and all that. We're gonna push on out though. You know what I'm saying? I want to get to something a little deeper. I spoke on it earlier, but I want to just say this right here. You know what I'm saying? My express purpose. You know, and I mean the only purpose I am here, for me being up here right now, for utilizing these platforms, right? Is to drop a little something. Like I was saying, just for certain people to pick up. And if you're out there and you're picking these things up, I want you to, don't reach out to me. I want you to start, if you're into social media heavy, start checking out Sadhguru or something, you know what I'm saying? Start checking out these Buddhist principles, these philosophies, awoken shit, you know what I'm saying? Black Knowledge Mentor. Start checking out this heavy shit, you know what I'm saying? If you're on this social media, if you're gonna use this fucking phone all day, if you're gonna have it glued to your face, if you're trying to escape reality that bad, I want you to start digging into something that's gonna benefit you and it's gonna feed your soul, all right? I want you to start checking out, especially Sadhguru, man. Dude, dry. It's a bunch of these things. It's so many of these things on the gram that can feed you. Check into some of this stuff and just let it feed you, man. You know what I'm saying? Let it, you know what they say, the iron sharpens iron, man. You know what I'm saying? Even a fire can start from another fire. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Just if you just start checking this stuff out, you don't have to go into the church stuff and the Bible stuff. You don't have to go. I'm just saying these philosophies, man. These mental philosophies, got them principles of life, that type of thing. You'll start learning and seeing so much about yourself that it'll scare you. And I promise you, okay, I'm gonna give you this before I jump back in here. The ancient Egyptians, our ancestors, our forefathers, they used to say, and as a matter of fact, A lot of people find it all over. They be over there digging and excavating and all that. They find shit, but our answer, they left it. They left things, and they used to tell us, study yourself. If you know thyself, then you'll know everybody around you. If you know thyself, then you can learn everything about the universe. If you know thyself. I ain't talking about, what I did in 3rd grade or how I acted in the 5th and 6th grade. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about deeper. I'm talking about the inner you. I'm talking about this mind, the mind that your forefathers have left you. Not what they're trying to teach you in school. I'm talking about this mind. You tap into this consciousness that's connected to everything, and even plants, motherfucker. You're connected to everything under the sun. That's why they said that. That's why they left that there. I'm talking about this shit is engraved all over these countries, man. All these continents and shit. It's there for you to get. Your forefathers left you things. Just like this right here. 9 wonders of the world. Don't you know that don't you know one in Africa is the only one still standing right now? The Sphinx, the pyramids, don't you know? They're still standing because your forefathers, your ancestors, they left you these breadcrumbs. They left you these breadcrumbs. They want you to know, no matter what happens, no matter who conquers who, no matter what you go through life, you can still tap into who you really are, who you were before you came back to this life under this guise right here. Because yeah, it's true what they say. Yeah, we gonna be here forever. We've been here forever. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers finding shit right now. You're like, goddamn, who the hell was around? Goddamn, 100 million. Goddamn. Yeah, we was there then. They talking about 10,000 years ago, 10 million years ago. Man, stop, man. Can I tell you a secret? You know what I'm saying? That's how I be like, yo, can I tell you a secret? But motherfuckers will find out. Motherfuckers find out. But you just gotta be aware of what you got in, what you learn and what you put into your mind and who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like I was spitting about last week. They don't teach that in school. They don't teach that in school. So school is one of those pipelines that they use to create generational slavery with your children, with you and then your children. And these faithful slaves, I hate it, but they've given us over to these white people. Their children, they've given us over to the white people. Yes, master, take my child too. Just let me have this little house right here and this old Volkswagen, or let me have this little truck. Take my child. Yeah, they sold out. And so, here we are. 2022, the world is crazy. Everybody's tripping on high-ass gas prices, and inflation is through the roof. Hadn't been this high since 1982. Damn. Do you care? That's the thing about it. Do you even care? That's the thing about it. Do you even care when you're at the grocery store and you got a few dollars in your pocket, but this family over here, this single mother with 7 goddamn kids over here is trying to figure out how she can get everything. Do you even care? Have you ever dropped her a 20 to add to her grocery bill? Like, yo, hey, I ain't got much, but let me help you out. You don't think like that, no. But there's some of you out there that do. And I love y'all. I love y'all. I rock with you to the fullest, you dig? Because it ain't about getting the blessings. Yeah, you do it, you're going to get your blessings. Whatever you put out, you're going to get back. But it ain't about getting your blessings. It's about being real with yourself. It's about these principles that you got in here. You see what I'm saying? Your ethics, your ethical system, your morals, and your values. But that's what it's about. That's what it's going to boil down to. And even though some of you people don't believe in this, that's all he sees. That's all he wants to see with you. What you going to do in this situation? What you going to do? He watching this like we watch TV, man. Like we watch Flip from Love After Lockup. They got them Judge Judy. They got them Sci-Fi. You know what I'm saying? The TBS. He watching us just like that. Like he flipping Cartoon Network. That's how he checking us out, yo. He checking us out. And so that's why he say your fruits will last eternity, through eternity, man. You know what I'm saying? because we're gonna come back. So our definitions of heaven and hell and all these different things they're distorted because we never had anybody really teach us the truth behind them. But this is the hell. This is the hell that we're in, that you've created. So the next body, the next life you come back, it can be amazing. You know what I'm saying? You could go through life like Kourtney Kardashian, you know what I'm saying? You never got them feeling the troubles. You know what I mean? Or you could be homeless, man, living out in the cold and the rain, man. You could be one of these squirrels that get ran over, you know, it's on the way to work. You just run over the damn squirrel, don't even care, just keep moving. Whatever your life is, man, you make it. You know, they do say that. I do hear that a lot, and that is true. You gotta know that. You make it. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want it to be, this is what you gonna make. All the problems and pressure that comes on you, shit is nothing. It's just all about how you deal with it. And there's a saying that I've been hearing since I was a little boy. Life is only 10% what happens to you, but 90% of how you react to it. It's that simple, and it's some true stuff, y'all. Very true. So if you're going through so much that you're feeling, you're mentally, you're emotionally exhausted, reach out, yo. Stop being so, you know what I'm saying? Because there are people out there that really can't help you. And I ain't saying you got to go to no mental health hospital and get no shots and all. No, I'm just saying reach out to the right people. You know what I'm saying? Pray about it for a couple of days. Don't just pray this one time because you know you ain't been in touch with God in a while. So sometimes it might take a little while for you to reach Him. So pray for a few days. Just get and let your mind settle on that thought, and then you can choose something that'll fit you, that'll fit your situation. You know what I'm saying? Reach out, man. Don't be out there dealing with it, because I've been through that. That depression ain't fun, man. You wake up and they forcing you to push through the day. You know what I'm saying? Like in there, you ain't got no choice. Even out here, you ain't got no choice. Life can roll over your motherfucking head like a steamroller. And what you got to peel yourself like on the cartoons, man. Wile E. Coyote, man, you got to peel yourself off the goddamn pavement, dog. Because ain't nobody going to do it for you. Don't nobody care. Even the people you think they care. Even the motherfuckers that you got right there with you. Sometimes they like, shit, man, fuck this nigga. I got too much going on right now. I got to go. I'm going to slide up. As soon as they go, I'm going to slide off over here. Anyway, reach out. You know what I'm saying? Reach out, yo. Reach out. You know, I always do and my damn show should be about over, but I'm just starting. You know, I always do a damn this day in history type of thing on my little show. So I want to drop some facts just for the women this time. You know what I'm saying? Because this month is specifically tailored. This month right here is dedicated and specifically tailored to just the women out there. March 8th, International Women's Day. International Women's Day. I bigged you guys up, but the whole month of March, Women's History. It's about time we got a Women's History Month. Our mothers, grandmothers, our wives, our girlfriends, even little shorties, our snacks, what we call snacks and sides and whatever. You know, they feed us. Not just on physical food, they feed us. They give us birth, man. We should prioritize always blessing them and letting them know that they are loved and valued and appreciated. But this month specifically, I know February just hit, but it don't take, your whole check, just a few dollars out one of your checks, slide off and buy something. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm not going to get all the way into this, but I'm going to drop a jewel right here. Go get you a little $100 ring or something, $120, $150 ring, and pay on it. Help build your credit. At the same damn time, help build your credit. But get them a little chain, a little birthstone, a little ring, a little something. Get them something. The people in your life, man, and age appropriately, all the way down to the youngins, man. little jewelry that ain't all the way real, but it ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna turn their arm all the way green or nothing, but, you know, age appropriately, you know, and get them little stuff that's meaningful. You know, I don't rock jewelry. I feel a way about jewelry because I know where most of these, you know, these diamonds, I know where it's come from, so I feel a way about them. But, you know, y'all rock shit, man, if you can afford it, and sometimes we spend money on bullshit, but what I'm telling you to do is buy a little something as a sentiment to show that appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't even got to be no goddamn Hillsburg diamond and none of that crazy shit. Just buy them something. Get them that love, man. Let them know they appreciate it. Jewel. Jewel. Yo. Okay, I got this shit written down right here. So this was what my papers are. They keep rattling and flying around and all of that. Yeah, we're gonna do our This Day in History facts. So, you know, we can big up the women that the Blazing Trails representing in positive ways, and you know, for the accomplishments that all of you guys have already done. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. I think I got this written down because I do want to throw this out there because, like I always say, you know, the purpose of the This Day in History thing is to feed the collective. You dig what I'm saying? Is to show you where we've come from, where we were at this particular point in time. You know what I mean? And really, by feeding the collective, you automatically have to think of, well, okay, well, we were there at this point in time. Where are we now in relation to that? You automatically do it. Sometimes you don't even realize you're doing it, but you automatically do it. And that's why I do this, because I want to feed the collective. Because wherever we end up should not be nearly as bad as where we were. It should not be half as bad as where we are now. and I know a lot of you like, wait, dude, nah, it's good, whatever. But it should not be half as bad as it's now. So life should get better and better. Why should life get worse? Or why should life stay the same? Because you're always evolving. That's the purpose of life, evolution. We're always evolving. Life is about change. I don't care if you want to change, if you don't want to. Life is all about evolution and change, and it's just gonna happen. You gotta have a beautiful scenery right here, 1,000 miles of just beautiful earth, hills and valleys, mountains, whatever, rivers and lakes, beautiful. And you wipe it out because it's all about change. Nothing's gonna stay the same. It might take 2 million years before it does it, but he's gonna change it. This ain't gonna be like this forever. Just think about all of the civilizations that are up under our feet right now. Okay, but anyway, I wanted to point out that on this day in 1865, the racist and Confederate President Jefferson Davis, he signed a bill into law authorizing the use of slaves as soldiers in the Civil War. And you might be like, well, damn, that don't sound like a racist president to me. Yeah, he was racist. Yeah. He was racist. But he did that so they could further their cause. You remember? For those of you that don't know, this country is all about, it's two factions. And they pretty much run this, you know, the Scottish Rite and New York Masons. They pretty much run this country. And they kind of have like internal strife amongst themselves sometimes here and there. And that's what that basically was, you know, but we'll get into all that on another day. We're talking about women right now, women's history. But yeah, I just wanted to point that out because, you know, people always telling their kids, yeah, and they send their kids to school with this shit, and they'll tell little black kids, oh, black people ain't never did nothing for this country. No. Tell your kids, yeah, look, even when we were slaves, even at our lowest, we were fighting for this country. We were fighting for our freedoms and liberties, even though they still had us in bondage. And we were fighting to further free ourselves during the Civil War. We were there. We were doing this. Yeah, we've been into that. But anyway, on this day in 1905, the legendary German spy, a lot of you have heard of Mata Hari. She performed her very first ever dance act on this day in history. The exotic dancer and courtesan. She performed at the, I don't know if I'm saying it right, at the Guimet Museum in Paris, France. Mata Hari, yeah, big, big. Let me see here. I got something over here. 1906, Susan B. Anthony. A lot of you have looked up to her as inspiration. Susan B. Anthony, the American activist who was a pioneer crusader for the women's suffrage movement in the United States and the president of the National Women's Suffrage Association. Yeah, this is all about her. This is her day. It's her birthday today. How about this one with Julia Flick of the Nurses Corps? The Nurses Corps, she became the very first ever female colonel in the U.S. Army. How about that? Big, real big. Julia Flick. Wilhelmina. You ever heard of Wilhelmina, the Queen Wilhelmina? Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands. She returned to the Netherlands on this day after fleeing to Britain. She fled to Britain, I think, 8 years prior, because of a German invasion. She fled, I think it was 8 years prior, but she was actually, listen to this right here, she was Queen Wilhelmina of the Netherlands. She was actually the first female billionaire in the world. Most of you didn't know that. Nobody probably knew that shit. Queen Wilhelmina, yeah, she was the first female billionaire. Big. Okay, and it's actually Girl Scout Sunday today. Big. Girl Scouts, if you got Girl Scouts in your family. I'm talking about them cookies. What do they put in there? Cookies, meth or something? What is it? I don't know. Anyway, Yvonne Sherman won the first ever U.S. Ladies Figure Skating Championship, 1949. Richard Button won the men's, just for the guys out there that you watching, you know what I'm saying? Richard Button, he won the men's, but we're keeping it on the women's though. 1960, Faye Crocker, what's her name? Faye Crocker of Uruguay. She won the LPGA Title Holders Championship in women's golf. 1961, Elizabeth Gurley Finn became the president of the U.S. Communist Party. I don't know if that's big or not to some of you seeing what's going on with Russia right now. But Margaret Court, she wins her 10th Australian singles title, 1971. Margaret Court. Elaine Zayak of USA won in 1982. She won the world's ladies figure skating title by winning with a perfect landing of 6 triple jumps, almost impossible. She did that. 1982, the first woman to ever do a space shuttle countdown. On this day in history, y'all, counted down the 27th shuttle Discovery 8 on this day in 1989. Okay, Sister Mala was chosen to replace Mother Teresa by India's Missionaries of Charity in 1997. And ending off, I'm letting it go with this. On this day, these races, this brotherhood of maniacs, what you call the police, or the Brotherhood of Police Society, or whatever they call that shit. They were shot. Breonna Taylor was shot and killed in her home by crooked and racist police officers serving a no-knock warrant with a freaking battering ram in the middle of the night. As big as this brotherhood and this fraternity and this organization and these departments, because I know my city, man, I'm talking about, I be traveling through the city sometimes, I'm like, God damn, that's a police station right there. Motherfucking police station right now, I didn't even know that. You know what I'm saying? Because they got this, it's just so many all over the place. And sometimes you might know it, but you just forgot, or you try to forget that it's there, and you just, damn, police station, look at that damn building. That shit is nice, man. But it's a police building, police station. This brotherhood, this organization, they're big, so these types of things should never happen. Because they're so big, you know what I mean? And they should be deeper organized than they are, but anyway, say her name, y'all. She was shot in the middle of the night, and you see what it looked like. You see what people have gone through to try to get her justice, and every one of y'all that were marching and that were protesting and that were signing things and going to these people's homes and these offices and standing out in front of the man. Every one of y'all, God bless y'all, man. God bless y'all, because you can't feel that thing until you put yourself in somebody else's position, and you like, damn, what if that was my daughter? Damn, what if that was my daughter? No. What if that was my girl, my wifey, and I was laying in there with her like old boy was laying, and I was in there with her? What if that? Do you know how scared you would have been? Do you know how scared you would have been? I have a feeling towards old boy, and I shouldn't. Big up to you, my dude. But I just have a feeling like, man, yo, if that was me, they would have had to murder me that night too, man. Real spit, man. The whole story would have been changed around because that shit was super foul, man. These some disgusting, slimy people out here. But that's what I'm talking about. We putting these people into these offices. We saying that, yeah, we need a police force because we can no longer police ourselves. So when you say defund the police, who gets the angriest the quickest? These wives and mothers of these slimy policemen. They, oh girl, that, and they go to church and they get their rally on. You know what I'm saying? Because they're connected. We're not. That's the difference. They're connected. We're not. The way these things have been. Let me just say this. Listen to this. The way these things have been from divine order. They have been from divine order. But the Lord God said, okay, no. We can really change these things around. So now that's why, you got people, oh, it's the end of the day, it's the end of time coming, and oh, Jesus coming back and all. It's a few of us out here that really know the truth, you dig? And big up to all of you guys. Big up. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not spreading that knowledge like you're supposed to, but most of you are. You can't help it. You just can't help it. It ain't like you. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't help it. But big up to you all. And let me just say this real quick. That's really who we are. We're the torchbearers, man. We carry that light, and remember who you are. Always remember who you are. You running around behind darkness and trying to give your life over to darkness. That's good. That's cool. I ain't tripping. I ain't on you. Good. But I'm talking about us. We are the light bearers, man. Torch bearers. Always remember that. Keep doing your thing, man. Keep shining that fucking light, dog. Keep shining your light. It's just that simple. Keep doing it. Don't stop. Keep going, baby. Keep going. That's what we do. You know what I mean? Don't let the darkness overtake you, man. I'm reminded of which Matrix was that? When they went and got the Oracle, man. They flipped the Oracle. You know what I'm saying? Like the Oracle, like how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? They flipped the Oracle, man. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, it happens like that in real life. Yeah. Anybody can be flipped, man. But you have to guard your, you know what I'm saying? Don't let somebody else do it to you. You're gonna fall weak on your own. Don't let somebody else make you fall weak. Shit's like, nah, come on. Anyway. One more thing before I do begin. Almost forgot, man. I love this guy, man, and I wanted to give him a special shout because he passed away on this day last year, as a matter of fact. Marvelous Marvin Hagler, man. Marvelous Marvin Hagler was a great, and I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I used to watch him and Sugar Ray, man. Not even minding the Muhammad Ali now. You already know, but and big up to you, Sugar Ray, but Sugar Ray and Marvelous Marvin Hagler, man. Marvelous Marvin Hagler in the 80s, man, listen. Mean with it. But I feel like he was one of the greatest boxers to ever, step into that square circle in that ring and put it down. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was one of the greatest. And I'm going to take a moment out today to say rest in power to you, big bro. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for gracing us with your presence, man. Thank you for showing us the things that you showed us. You know what I mean? But anyway, now I'm off onto this criminal justice system. You know what I'm saying? I've been on here for a little while because I ad-lib a lot. I go off script in a heartbeat, you dig? Because I'm so passionate about a lot of different things, and sometimes it presents itself in a moment, and I gotta share. You know what I'm saying? That's what I gotta share. But this is a continued topic. This is my continuing topic: the criminal justice system of North Carolina. If any of you have done time in the state of North Carolina, any of you have done time in the state of North Carolina, they violated your constitutional rights. Bounds, it's just one case. I think it's like two more. I don't have them on cap like I used to. You fill your mind up with all kind of other shit. Your day gets busy. You start forgetting little things here and there. But Bounds is the biggest case. I spoke about the origin of Bounds not too long ago, and I'm gonna bring that back up again next week. But my mission in hosting this show every week is to hopefully get some of you to start opening your eyes to the fact that politicians are slowly and methodically seeping your power away from you while creating generational slaves out of your children. Yeah, a lot of you out there could care less because we send our kids to school. We send our kids to school with name brand everything on, and so they'll be all fucking right. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad attitude to have. That's the wrong mentality to have. Fuck this. Let me get off of that. Some people live and die by fashion. Do your thing. Not hating at all. Love you. Not hating at all. I just bring that up because like I was saying earlier, some of you really don't know your kids hate you. Some of you really don't know that your kids hate you, and like I was saying too, some of you really hate your kids. Some of you really hate your fucking kids. I had one of those mothers. You know what I'm saying? Like if I give an example out to somebody, the first thing they say is, why are you lying? They always say I'm lying, or that I'm making shit up, or that nobody's mother could be that cruel. All right, but anyway, I know that some of you hate your fucking kids too. So we're gonna leave it at that. It's an even swap. But I do want you to know that some of your kids is this, and they gotta put up with you because who else gonna take care of them? But they hate you, man. And so when they do get a chance to get away from you, they're gonna stay away from you, and they're gonna keep their kids away from you because. Let me get out of there. Hey, I love y'all, man. Let me get out of there. All right. But anyway, what I'm saying is maybe you don't care about this shit that I'm spitting, because if you don't like your kids to start with, then why would I even try to save them from this? You know what I'm saying? And like so many people do tell me, like, oh shit, it is what it is. That's so fucking disheartening, y'all. That's some disheartening shit. Like, you just gave up on life, man. Like, oh, it is what it is. You just don't even care. Like, I'm gonna just go to work and I'm gonna make this couple dollars and I'm gonna go see a goddamn Panthers game and I'm gonna watch some sports on TV and I'm gonna go to bed and I'm gonna do it again. And on the weekend, I'm gonna go buy me some. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to the Target, or I'm gonna go to the goddamn South Park Mall. I'm gonna go somewhere and spend some money. And I'm gonna go to Walmart and drop $100. You know what I'm saying? That's basically our life, man. And I came out here just a little while ago and I see this, and it's fucking scary, man. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking scary. I'm gonna tell you about North Carolina. North Carolina's changed since the time they had me in there trapped behind them cages. You know what I'm saying? Tupac say they had me trapped. Yeah, these people, the people have changed, man. You can see more and more people have been stripped from their life, man. They've taken it. What did I just say, man? They're seeping your power away from you. They're seeping your rights away from you. They're seeping your privileges away from you. They're making life harder and harder and harder for you. Because, what did I just say? What did I just say? I said last week, I said the week before that, I said they're corralling us into smaller and smaller herds so they can more easily control us. If they can more easily control us, then we'll never be able to regain our power back from them. The whole purpose of this goddamn, you know what I'm saying, for me being here want to reach out to some of you people out there, man. I don't care what your nationality is. You need to stop caring. A lot of this shit shouldn't even come up in an average conversation. But you show the world how petty, how small-minded you are, how ignorant and insecure you are when you open your mouth and you act. You don't even have to open your mouth because there's body language. There's such a thing as body language. Oh my God. Emotional intelligence. Oh my God. We can be around a person and not even just, you ain't got to say nothing. Guess why? Because you already read them. And it's so fucking sad that these numbers are increasing like gremlins, man, like fucking gremlins. Oh, it's a cute movie, but I don't want to be around you motherfuckers in real life. No, I don't want to be around you motherfuckers in real life. Stop it. This shit is not, it's just for real. You're a fucking gremlin for real. You think this shit is cute? God damn. Movies or something. That's why I want to make movies, y'all. That's why y'all need to get together and send this money to me so I can get them start making some movies and change some shit around, man. Because we watching trash and you see why? We feeding ourselves trash, man. Put me in the game, coach. Y'all start feeding this account, man, and put me in the game. Let me show you these movies I've been writing. I'm talking about fire. I'm talking about world changing, game changing. Like Boys in the Hood, when it first dropped, everybody, like this, like Scarface. You can watch it to this day. Right now, I watch it. It's game changer, like game changer. But I'm not into all of that. I don't give a fuck about no drugs and no dope and all that shit no more. Fuck that shit. I see behind the veil now. I've been behind the veil. They kicked me out. They kicked me away from back there. But I've been behind the veil, so I'm like, oh shit, this is what's going on. Like you behind the scenes of a major production movie, you see all the inner workings, and you see the gaffer and the you know what I'm saying, the sound technicians, and you see all this shit going on. You like, this shit is kind of dope. But then when this is that outcome. Like I said, truth and consequences. That's all that's going on in the world. It's truth and consequences. There's a consequence behind every damn action, baby. I can't say it enough. You know what I mean? Anyway, we're gonna keep pushing, man, because I know y'all got shit to do. Thank you for rocking with me, though. I love this. I love y'all. You know what I mean? And I'm supposed to be at the gym right now, but I'm, super busy, man. So I got to get back into this true workout thing. So if you're following that, I know y'all not following it, but we taking it from ground zero. You dig? Focus, dedication, perseverance. The main keys to that. That's what we're going to do. We're going to just keep it pushing and slow walk it. Success is inevitable. There's no way you can miss, man. There's no way you can lose. All right? So we're gonna keep dropping it until you get it, until you're up to speed. And just like I was saying, the reason I'm spitting this shit now, is to help you save your kids, man. You save your kids from generational slavery. Some people, aka people with money, they don't have to worry about these things. They don't have to. Their kids are not trained to be slaves. Their kids are not trained to be inferior or fall victim to certain situations because they've been taught, they've been trained in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? They've been trained how to avoid pitfalls. They've been trained to see behind the veil. But there's a saying that goes, the rich get richer and the poor get poorer for a reason. There's a saying for that, for a reason. Because poor people cannot teach their children how to be rich. It just don't work. And rich people can't teach their kids how to be poor. It's just, you won't see that. You will not see that shit. So it's a saying for a reason. And so I'm spitting this shit now to help you save your kids, man. You might even be able to save yourself if it's not too late. And most of us, even though we poison every day, we feed ourselves poison every day, most of us have, systems that can function all the way up until the 50s and 60s and 70s, which lets you know that you still have time to change it around if you want to. You save yourself. It's not about the quantity of living, it's about the quality. Some people can be super miserable and just want to die, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they have so many health ailments, they have to take so much medication to keep themselves going. For eating all this fucking, you feed yourself poison every day. You dig? But anyway, okay, so you know, it should be said that history does repeat itself. Okay, and I mean, history only repeats itself to fools because none of the fools are bright enough or insightful enough or even caring enough, like I've been saying, even caring enough to want to ensure that this shit right here never happens again. See what I'm saying? Some people just, don't even care enough. But like the Dalai Lama says, when you talk, you're only repeating what you already know or something that you heard. But if you listen, you may learn something new. So listen to people that are really spitting things and make more informed decisions. Like another saying goes, if you know better, you do better. If you knew better, you do better. We got to start utilizing, this right here. You know what I'm saying? One more thing, and if we continue not to listen, then the past will roll past, right back up on us inevitably, like a fucking wagon wheel. It'll come right back around just like a wagon wheel, because we never took the time out to change it or fix it or correct the problems or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Lord Buddha says, like a lotus flower, we too have the ability to rise up from the mud, okay, to bloom out of the darkness and radiate into the world. We too, just like the lotus flower, we have that ability. Why stay stuck in the mud is my question. Some of us, and I can say this because I was one of those ones. I didn't know I was in the mud. I didn't know I was stuck in the mud, because if you don't grow, then you're always in mud. And you don't even, most of the time, you don't even take stock of your circumstances and your situation. You just are. You're just being. I don't want to just exist anymore. I want to live. You see what I'm saying? To live is to die. What it says in that book, that good book, that holy book, it says to live is to die. And to die is to live. So I've died. I've died an actual death. And now you see something totally different before you. Right in front of you right now, something totally different. You dig what I'm saying? And like I was saying, that's the purpose. That's what God does. Some of our roads are a little twistier and trickier than others. Some of us have a straight path for a longer period, but you got the twists and turns coming. You know what I'm saying? They're coming. Trust and believe. But it's very funny. I want to switch gears a little minute. But it's very funny how the federal government fights tooth and nail to trick us. They fight so hard to trick us, the American people, whether the Constitution was written for us or not. It's funny how they fight tooth and nail to trick us into thinking that we have so many external enemies and that we need to protect ourselves and our families from all these enemies at all costs. So, so from listening to these idiots, from this corrupt government and the bad actors within it, that continue to desecrate you all's forefathers' greatest achievement and gift to humanity, we have done nothing more in this country than to turn on ourselves, man. We but I just want to throw this out there. Can you imagine how other countries look at us? What other countries think about us? Like, look at them. Like, when they come over here, like, look at them. And they tell the people over there, like, yeah, these motherfuckers, we're going to stay with. And that's why you see when they do come over, they segregate themselves off rip into their own communities, off rip. They segregate themselves. A little Chinatown, you know what I'm saying? A little Mexico. You got all these, like, they separate themselves because they don't want to be around your silly ass, man. That crazy shit you got going on. They don't want to be around that shit. But the federal government, federal then state. You always say that, federal then state, because it trickles down. North Carolina, we own North Carolina. We're talking about this criminal justice system. But we're talking about the origin. This is the origin story now. And we're ready to get into, we're ready to get all the way into this criminal justice system. You're going to love this. You're going to love this. But what I was trying to say is, we've taken this government's ploy to keep us separated so closely to heart that we now consider everyone outside of our family an enemy. Outside of our family, if outside of our household, we consider them an enemy. And then wait. I shouldn't even I shouldn't even say that because, and I did write it down. Hold on. Let me go ahead with my little paperwork. I did write it down because the coronavirus pandemic. Last and final part, y'all. Last and final part. Thank you for rocking with me. If you catching this and you missed the other parts, check me out, man. But what we're speaking on is North Carolina's criminal justice system. We're doing like the origin story part, and we're ready to spearhead into we're going to shoot all the way into the juice, the meat of the situation of the matter. We're going to shoot into it, and we're going to start talking about what's really going on with North Carolina's criminal justice system. How they're hostage taking, how they're kidnapping their children, how they're kidnapping grown adults. Now it's the women. Bill Clinton did that. Since Bill Clinton, he locked up more women than any president in American history. And since he's been in office, the numbers have continued to, but Bill Clinton did a lot of damage, y'all. But anyway, I'm speaking on the criminal justice system of North Carolina and how the government has pretty much tricked us into making us our own enemies, our own worst enemies. You know what I'm saying? But what I was saying is the coronavirus exposed a lot of that shit. I was saying how, most of us now, we feel like if you're not in our household, if you're not in our family, you're an enemy. But then the coronavirus actually exposed that shit. You see what I'm saying? It exposed a lot behind that shit. Because, okay, I got it written down. Look at this right here. Domestic violence rose 8.1%. Motherfuckers were beating the hell out of their old ladies. Child abuse actually tripled. Child abuse actually tripled. Now check this. Hold. Don't go nowhere. Hold up. Check this out. Physical abuse of school-age kids went through the roof. But what was so crazy and traumatizing about it, as if it wasn't crazy enough, they were giving all the races a pass. They were giving these races a pass. Saying that this was just a stressful situation, triggering an impulsive relationship. Triggering an impulsive reaction by the parents. But these are the same people that passed all of the laws about black people not being allowed to discipline their kids, not whip their kids back in the 80s and 90s, you remember that? Or they lock up the parent, or they take the child out of the home. These the same people that push this type of... So our children grew up rambunctious, running wild, because we couldn't beat their ass like we used to. Now they just, anyway, but these people were allowed to get away with... Hold up. Let me read it now. Let me read it to you. These people were allowed to get away with this. Now, this is what she said. The most common injury identified was head injury, followed by a mix of chest, abdomen, extremity, and burn injuries, said senior study author Dr. Karen Flynn O'Brien, Associate Trauma Medical Director at Children's Wisconsin in Milwaukee. Fucking burning your children up. And you want to say, oh, these people are savages, oh, these people are... I feel so much empathy for my parents' generation because they were believing this shit you was spitting at them. They didn't have, most of them, I'm going to just say that, most of them didn't have enough knowledge of self to know what you were doing, and the shit that you were saying was bullshit. And so my generation, my era, we were pretty much allowed to just come up learning this stupid shit that we're nothing but thugs and criminals and this and this. And so we start acting like it. You treat a person this way, this is how they'll act. We know that. It's proven fact. But Yeah, you were fucking your women and your kids up, man. It's not shit that I made up either. Check the stats. Google that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fucking your women and kids up. Gun sales spiked. NPR News with Kerry Miller reported that gun sales spiked in March 2020, and she said, which is largely attributed to fears surrounding the pandemic and have remained at unprecedented levels since. They also reported in that same article that more than 260 mass shootings were recorded just in 2021. That was just 1 year ago, last year. Over 260 mass shootings. Wow. And that the record number of people who attempted suicide in 2019 has been rising ever since. There was a record number in 2019 with your kids. Your kids is telling you, I don't want to live this fucked up life you making me live. I don't want to be. You pushing me into. I don't want to. Listen, let me say it one more time. There was a record number of people who attempted suicide in 2019 before the pandemic. All right, these irrational fears, baby, they just didn't, these irrational fears, they didn't just, magically appear, all right? If these people try to tell you that the pandemic did this, that's proof right there, 2018, that's proof right there. This was before the pandemic. Google suicide clusters, check that out, all right? Check that out. If they tell you some of this shit, these people, they just blowing smoke up your nose, man. They just blowing smoke up your nose. They try